Captain's log, stardate 2/1/2020, 12.43. Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and welcome to a look at my day in World War mode. I had a great day today, and it was a blast playing with AmFam, my squadron, and if you haven't heard me mention this before, we are a very uncompetitive squadron. We had, I think, 6 people playing. You can see I was just playing some individual World War mode, which I highly recommend. There's a filter that I've talked about before. You can only search for battles that are in progress that have the kind of vehicles you want to use. So if you like flying CAS, you can filter out everything except battles with aircraft and ground vehicles, or whatever you want to do. There's even naval in this one, and there's lots of battles going on. But I saw that my right-hand man, Pumatato, had rallied the troops and launched us into a World War mode battle. So you can see me with some sped up gameplay footage setting up the match. This is right at the start, really, and we end up having a very solid victory in this match. So you could call this a little bit of tips and tricks, but my main focus ended up being to lock down the enemy landing craft. You can see me starting a battle here, and the enemy commander was not very active in moving his troops around, so I decided to go ahead and jump into this battle. This is already about 10 minutes into the match, and so I thought, well, screw it. If he's not going to do anything, then I'll have some fun with the guys, and I really did. It was so fun. Again, it's hard to describe. I've never been a really competitive person, because if I can do really well in competition, then I'll go for it. But I think that life is about a whole lot more than winning a game. You know what I'm saying? It's just not my style. And at the same time, it feels really good to win. So I was enjoying that feeling of victory with the guys today. We won battle after battle in this World War mode operation. The Germans have a really nice setup in the air and on the sea, and again, it ends up being fairly well balanced, because as soon as the Soviets get you onto the ground battles, their KVs and T-34s just mop the floor with your vehicles. You end up having like 3 or 4 Stugs and a bunch of terrified Panzer 38s. So yeah, Panzer 38T. That aside, you can see us enjoying the Ju-87 D5 in a way that you rarely get to experience in War Thunder, with cannon pods ablazing. And the ping was pretty bad for these matches, around 200, but a triple kill on the AI boats. If we finish off these last few AI, then we will win this match, and we will win this match. Look at how fast. We're just a few minutes into it, and the first wave of fighters and bombers has wiped out most of their forces. This battle's gonna be over pretty soon, so I actually jumped out and went back to commanding our forces, and, well, I found out that they actually eventually managed to land some troops. So this is a few minutes later in the match. As you can see, things are starting to really wind down. Our goal was, or I should say, my goal as a commander was to provide air support to every active battle. So every battle that my players were in, I would send them some aircraft to back them up. And it doesn't matter if it's fighters, strike fighters, light or medium bombers, they're all very helpful in these active battles, and we actually ended up winning ground battles because of close air support, which is essential against, again, the KVs and T-34s that you'll face in this operation. Now, this video is going to come out too late to be helpful to people this time, and you might have a better strategy anyway, but you can see, because the enemy has to land their troops on our shoreline, I have a wall of units blocking off their advance, and being in that defensive dug-in position is a massive advantage in battles. Fighting a defensive battle is so much easier than a evenly balanced engagement. You can see me trying to scramble fighters, but there's a limit to the amount of aircraft squadrons you can have on the map at a time. You can also see we've sent our boats, which move significantly slower than the enemy's PT boats, and let's see, MG boats, because we have the flak barges with our units, and that really slows down how fast our boats move. And yet, the amount of firepower they bring to a fight is tremendous. You can see we also have some boats pushing toward their southern spawn, and we've actually shut down that spawn point, so they will not be able to call reinforcements from that area of the map. And you can also see that we've locked up all of their landing craft, so everything is either waiting for an auto battle or in a naval battle that's just about to get some aircraft reinforcements. And aircraft versus boats at this tier is in huge favor of the aircraft. So all of that is to say, Germany as the defender has a huge advantage here, and all you really have to do is lock down the enemy landing craft. Even if you can't take down every single one of them, then if you can intercept a few, the enemy's ability to invade will be severely reduced, and they'll be outnumbered on the ground. Of course, you want to keep some units in a defensive position in the central town, which is the victory point for the map. And you can see we intercepted some tanks with our aircraft, and the enemy player just stopped moving them. I don't know if he gave up or what, but we actually deleted that tank unit from the map using artillery. Don't forget to use those heavy defensive shore batteries for indirect fire. They're fantastic. On top of that, as I mentioned, this is a match that's just about over. I skipped over a lot of it for you, but I just wanted to share some tips and tricks and how things worked out for me. Again, I really want to congratulate AmFam. I had an absolute blast being your commander. Puma, you started us off well, and I think you enjoyed being able to participate in battles, and you also had the chance to get some commander experience yourself. But let me show you how it's done. It will just drop all the arty on that poor bastard, and he's gone. That unit does not exist anymore. So the Germans have a huge advantage in this battle, and another point to make is that even if an enemy landing craft has already dropped off its troops, it's very useful to intercept and destroy that landing craft unit, because then it won't be able to go back and drop off more troops. And as I mentioned, the Soviets have the speed advantage in the speed that their tank units and naval units can move across the map, but the Germans have the advantage in naval battles with their flak barges, and in terms of aircraft with the fantastic ordnance they can carry. A lot of people underestimate the power of German bomb casts, and there are times and places where it's less effective, and it's certainly overshadowed by the ridiculous monstrosity that is American CAS. But with the arcade bombing indicator, you can do incredible things with German aircraft, whether, again, it's a fighter, a strike fighter like the Bf-110, which is fantastic in many roles, and deadly to say the least, or even the Ju-87, the Heinkel 111, all of those, a lot of fun. Seeing that, we pretty much can't lose. Now I decided to join a battle myself. Let's consider it doing something of a victory lap. Looks like the aircraft haven't arrived yet, so we'll probably cancel out of that screen. Oh, there we go. Bf-109, that'll do. I don't think I'll be spending much time in a PT boat. I do love my 109s. Anyway, things are starting to wind to a close in this match. Again, this is the final battle, and it's more a victory lap than anything else. We managed to either intercept or destroy on the way back all of the enemy landing craft units, and the 2 or 3, I think they ended up landing 3 tank units. They just ended up getting bogged down and artilleried into oblivion, severely hampering their ability to affect the match. And now it's just playtime. So AmFam, all of my friends in AmFam Squadron, hats off to you guys. I had a great time. See you in a couple of days. I have unlocked the BA-11 today, and it looks fun. It kind of looks like something out of Mad Max, so maybe I'll make a Road Warrior custom camo for it or something. Maybe I can't be bothered. I've been so busy these days. The girls have been sick, and baby Zoe, well, she's 1 now, but I mean, she's always going to be my baby. Technically a toddler. Baby Zoe is teething. She's got her little eye teeth coming in on the bottom. Is that what they're called? The sharp, pointy ones. And she's not entirely happy about it. So, go in for a strafe on that enemy PT boat controlled by a player, and it's already been taken down in a single pass by, well, whoever that was. One of our boys, I'm sure. Another thing to note, I'm not sure why my Werfengranats detonated there. I don't know if they came in contact with somebody's cannon round or machine gun round or something, but I've noticed those detonating prematurely, and I'm not a fan. I'd really rather they got to their target. That looked like it was going to be a satisfying kaboom to me, but there was no kaboomski. A nice strafing run, and we get taken down. But like I said, this is more of a victory lap anyway, so we're just enjoying ourselves flying some Bf-109, and I'm not really familiar with the G variant of the 109. I definitely prefer the F4, but I figured, why not? And as things are coming to a close here in this talk about World War Mode, one of the things that I've failed to mention so far that's really worth considering is that even some premium vehicles are available for use in this event, and all of the vehicles are spaded. You do need to train your crews, and that won't happen automatically. So especially with aircraft, but also with ground vehicles, it really behooves you to click that crew tab and train up your crew, get them qualified so they can do well on the vehicle. And with that, all of the modules come unlocked, so you can try all of the secondary loadout options, like dropping bombs with this Bf-109. We were a little bit too high to be truly accurate with our bombing against a moving target there. I kind of underestimated his speed. You can see a splash. I think that's where we ended up hitting with our bomb. But anyway, one thing that's definitely worth mentioning as we shred into that enemy, what would you call that? Riverboat? Steamboat Willie? Premium vehicles are available for use in this event, so check your tabs. War Thunder will make a lineup for you, but you can also swap out vehicles and vehicle types in your lineup before you enter a battle, and sometimes you can even use a premium vehicle without actually owning it. So it's a good way to test out what you could possibly spend your money on in War Thunder in a way that's a lot more comprehensive than a test flight or a test drive. A limited time opportunity, of course, and limited in scope as well, but a nice touch nonetheless, and I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of the fact that all the vehicles that are given to you for this event to use come completely spaded, so you can enjoy them as nature intended. In any event, that just about does it. You can see the operation is officially over, and our BF-109 is on its last legs, along with the enemy team. Naval vessels versus aircraft has never been a good position to be in at this battle rating range, and with German aircraft and German flak barges chasing you down, as well as some insane kamikazeing commanders, well, there's just not much you can do now, is there? I hope you all enjoyed this video and got something out of it, and I'm just enjoying World War Mode, picking up these big W's for the little AmFam clan. Catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.